I'm gonna go all in, like always does. So we will see if it's gonna go fast. It's gonna be fast, but if it goes for 5 rounds, I will be ready. I'm fighting.
Sean Strickland's scathing comments about Khamzat Chimaev ahead of UFC 319 have sent shockwaves through the MMA world.
Chimaev is just I mean, I was here when he retired from COVID, bro. I was training with him. Like, he's just a cunt. You know, it's like...
Strickland, known for his no-holds-barred approach both inside and outside the cage, didn't mince words when recalling his past training sessions with the rising UFC star. While Chimaev has become a dominant force in the UFC, Strickland's harsh assessment reveals the complexities of their relationship and his thoughts on the fighter's mentality. The tension between them has sparked intrigue, especially as Chimaev prepares to face UFC middleweight champion Dricus du Plessis at UFC 319. Chimaev's journey in the UFC has been nothing short of meteoric. The Chechen fighter has been celebrated for his relentless training ethic, with multiple fighters from Darren Till to PFL's Sada Boussaï praising his intense work habits. For years, Chimaev has cultivated an image of an unstoppable force. However, Strickland's bitter remarks suggest there is much more to the story than what meets the eye.
I always say there's guys, if you knew on a personal level you wouldn't like, Chimaev is one of those people if you knew you wouldn't like. You know, he'll come in here. There's a video of me always like, oh, you're so good.
Khamzat, understand you're better than everybody. So just don't hurt people.
Like, I'm being sarcastic, like, bro, like...
The two fighters crossed paths early in their careers while training together at Extreme Couture in Las Vegas. Back then, Chimaev was the talk of the gym. In a now viral clip, Strickland was seen praising Chimaev's skills, stating that he was better than everyone else at the gym. But fast forward to 2025 and Strickland's views have drastically shifted. He described Chimaev as mentally weak, implying that the fighter's persona might be more about showmanship than substance. Strickland didn't just criticize Chimaev's mental toughness, he also threw shade at the choice of sparring partners Chimaev trained with, suggesting that picking weaker opponents to train with reflected poorly on his character.
You go and you starch this one-on-one guy when there's like Edmund, there's like high-level UFC fighters, and you're picking the one-on-one fighter because like you think he's the same height as your opponent. No, you're picking him because you're a bitch, dude. Like, it's just... Yeah, he's just like, no, he could fight, but like mentally, he's just a weak man. You know, he's just a weak man.
At the center of this turmoil is Chimaev's upcoming title fight at UFC 319, where he will face the undefeated South African Dricus du Plessis. Chimaev has been out of action for several months, mainly due to health issues and visa complications which kept him from fighting on US soil. However, the 31-year-old will make his return to the US for the highly anticipated bout in Chicago. Despite his recent struggles, including a series of health setbacks, Chimaev remains a favorite to dethrone du Plessis and claim the middleweight belt.
My prisoner of the moment, I feel like DDP Khamzat is one of the greatest middleweight competitions to ever happen in the UFC. You got Khamzat undefeated, boogeyman, DDP already a middleweight great in the prime of his career. I have no clue how this is going to fold out. No clue. Gun to the head, DDP is so good, so durable, so big, and just finds a way to win. He's just an absolute winner. He's one of my faves. And he's so unorthodox. And they have Khamzat, this boogeyman. Obviously, cardio was an issue for him back in the day. I'm here to tell you now, I've personally, with these peepers, have seen the man train. Cardio is not an issue. But that's all predicated on, let's say Khamzat goes in there and tries to get DDP down in the first 2 rounds and can't get it done, and he gets tired. DDP in that 3rd, 4th, and 5th will finish him, you know? So I'm interested to see what Khamzat's game plan is.
The rumors surrounding Chimaev's personal life have also stirred the pot, with some sources suggesting that he might retire if he wins the title at UFC 319. This talk of retirement stems from comments made by Caio Borralho, who implied that Chimaev could walk away from the sport if he finally achieved the gold. Chimaev was quick to dismiss these rumors, stating that he has still plenty of financial goals to achieve before considering retirement. In his view, interview, his UFC career is far from over, and he plans on defending his title, even eyeing a potential move to Abu Dhabi for future bouts.
Rumor out there that if you win the championship, that you will retire.
Yeah, I seen the Kaya said, I don't know where he's here, that I need money, bro. This is not enough just to go for the one title. It's my job, my best thing I know and do. Right now, I'm healthy, I'm young, gonna fight.
Chimaev's training camp for this fight has been anything but ordinary. He recently brought in renowned former UFC champion TJ Dillashaw's conditioning coach, Sam Calavita, to help improve his cardio and overall physicality ahead of the 5-round showdown with Du Plessis. Chimaev's commitment to improving his fitness has generated a lot of buzz, with some predicting his enhanced cardio will be his secret weapon to dethrone the champion. However, Du Plessis is not someone easily intimidated by hype. The middleweight champion has earned his reputation by stepping up to face fighters like Robert Whittaker and Israel Adesanya, while others avoided those challenges.
This is Khamzat. How you doing? How long have you been training Khamzat?
A couple of years now.
A couple of years. Yeah. In Sweden.
Yeah.
When did you meet Khamzat?
When he first came to the gym, it was a couple of years ago.
You also coached the Swedish national team.
Yeah.
What do you think of Khamzat? His style, striking.
He got a natural timing for punches. And he punched hard.
Oh, so hard.
Yeah.
Just standing next to him, I could feel his power.
Yeah. I've seen a couple of sparrings when he just throw a jab and cuts them open. Throw a jab.
He's a monster.
Yeah.
Is it true that Khamzat lived in the gym?
Yeah. It was like one.
How big?
Half this one. Yeah. It was like better than one closet.
That's it?
Yeah. Sometimes when the gym closed, you go train another session.
Unreal.
Yeah.
He wants it.
Yeah.
He wants it more than anybody.
Yeah.
Du Plessis' mindset heading into the fight is that he's not impressed by the fanfare surrounding Chimaev. In his eyes, the praise for Chimaev's improvement is just part of the game, and he's been putting in the same level of work for years. While Chimaev's rise has been full of excitement and anticipation, Du Plessis remains confident that his own skill set, which has evolved over his career, will be enough to break the so-called boogeyman of the division. Du Plessis doesn't see Chimaev's style as unique or unmanageable. Instead, he views the fight as just another challenge to prove his dominance and legacy.
And you're gonna see the boogeyman. You're gonna see him break. You're gonna see him break in there, and then realize there's only one boogeyman, and that's me. In the middleweight division, there can be only one boogeyman, and that will be me.
The mental preparation for both men is what makes this fight particularly intriguing. Chimaev's nickname Boris is reflective of his aggressive, almost predatory style in the cage. He is relentless, and once he locks onto an opponent, it's often a struggle for them to escape. However, Du Plessis' awkward fighting style, described by some as unorthodox, has served him well in the past. His ability to throw opponents off balance and his unpredictability in the cage make him a difficult puzzle to solve. Du Plessis' fighting style has led some analysts label him as a weird fighter, but to him, it's just another tool in his arsenal.
DDP and Khamzat Chimaev.
Yeah.
Who emerges from that?
The DDP, man, he is something else, bro. For so long, we thought he just was bad. He's not. He's really good. He's really, really good.
Did you ever see that thing with him? And he's they show a clips of Homer Simpson, doing everything wrong and somehow winning, and they kind of show the same.
Good, dude.
That is
bro.
Hilarious.
He was just. I was like, okay, so Izzy's gonna just counter him. He's too good. And he got Izzy bad. He was all over Izzy. I mean, he put it on Sean Strickland bad.
Yeah.
That last time.
You gotta respect that stuff.
On the other hand, Chimaev isn't fazed by labels. He's confident in his ability to dominate wherever the fight goes, whether it's standing, on the ground, or in a grappling exchange. He respects Du Plessis' skills, but remains firm in his belief that he's the superior fighter. Chimaev's competitive nature has made him one of the most feared fighters in the UFC, but Du Plessis, despite his underdog status, is determined to show that there's still one fighter left who can take down the so-called monster.
Weeb is Khamzat's manager. He's out here to make sure everything's going good. We've been seeing his camp progressing. The guy's an animal. One thing I see about him, his cardio is going to another level.
Yeah, I mean, you see it every week. It just gets better and better. Coach Cal also, he's looking at the numbers, and he's saying that it's incredible, the numbers that he's putting out. So.
And I'm watching him train with Armin. It seems like him and Armin have an amazing connection right now.
Yeah. You see, they have this kind
They're
of.
They're battling each other.
Yeah, exactly. When they're training, when they're training, they're going for each other, and then we're not training, they're together like brothers. So it's perfect. It's a good matchup for them. They're both dialed in, and they were both, some of the best fighters in the world. So it's good to have them working together.
It's a lethal combo, Armin and Khamzat together.
The psychology of both fighters also plays a role in this heated matchup. Chimaev's mental fortitude has been questioned in the past, particularly by Strickland, but there's no denying the intensity with which he trains. He's known for pushing himself to the brink of exhaustion, often requiring coaches to intervene and ensure that he doesn't overtrain. The Chechen's work ethic has been both praised and criticized, but one thing is clear: he's not someone who takes his preparation lightly. In fact, his training has been so intense that he's been forced to monitor his recovery through specialized devices that track his physical condition.
The first time I saw that this man can be something is when I saw how hard he was working. Outworking everyone. Hours and hours of pounding and grinding. That's when I said, okay, this guy, he's gonna become a champion. And a lot of people telling me like, don't push him so hard. Don't let him like be this aggressive. Don't do this and that. But when you see a little speck of fire like this, you're not gonna pour water on it.
Meanwhile, du Plessis has a different approach. He has been in the game long enough to know that hard work is a constant, not something that can be switched on and off. His confidence comes from years of dedication and perseverance, and he's not surprised by Chimaev's extra efforts in the gym. While some are touting Chimaev's cardio as a game changer, du Plessis knows that mental toughness and adaptability are just as crucial in a 5-round fight.
He is a special fighter. He's incredibly good. This is going to be history. I am going out there and I'm going to shock the world once again. You're going to see the boogeyman. You're going to see him break and then realize there's only one boogeyman.
As the fight approaches, the dynamics between the two fighters have added an extra layer of drama to UFC 319. Strickland's comments on Chimaev have ignited a firestorm of discussion, and many are eager to see how Chimaev responds in the octagon. Will he prove Strickland wrong and solidify his reputation as the new face of the division? Or will du Plessis, with his relentless will and experience, deliver another shock to the MMA world and defend his title with a memorable performance? Both fighters have established themselves as top-tier competitors in the UFC's middleweight division, and UFC 319 will be the stage where one of them will make history. The fight promises to deliver fireworks, with two of the most mentally tough fighters in the sport preparing to go head-to-head in what many are calling the fight of the year. With Chimaev's undefeated record on the line, the pressure is on. But if anyone can rise to the occasion, it's him. Though du Plessis is more than ready to prove that the boogeyman can be defeated.